Hi guys, so today's video is just going to be my new recipe for lavender hair dye. If you guys want to see my previous video from like 2 years ago where I use conditioner and hair dye to make a lavender or pastel hair dye, please click the link below because today we are going to be using Pravana Vivids to make a pastel hair dye. Now Pravana does make pastel colors, but I wanted to make my own pastel lavender color just because I have the stuff. So, to make this dye, I'm going to be using Pravana Vivids in violet and in silver. Now, I know that Ion makes a purple and a silver. You could try using that. As long as the silver dye is a mixable color, you can use that to make a lavender color. So I have violet and I have silver. Now, what I'm going to be doing different from my other lavender hair dye video is rather than diluting the dye with conditioner, which is what I did with a purple dye, not Pravana Vivids, but I used Manic Panic, is I diluted the purple with a conditioner to make a pastel color. I'm going to be using the silver in substitution for that because it's going to make it more of a pigmented dye rather than just diluting it with conditioner. I'm making it lighter with a lighter dye. So yeah, this will hopefully last longer than diluting it with conditioner, and which will prevent me from having to dye it once a month, maybe to doing it once every 2 months. So yeah, I'm just going to show you guys what I am doing because I know once I have a video of me with the lavender in my hair, people are going to ask. So this is my new recipe for lavender hair dye. So the first thing I am going to do is I'm going to take the Pravana Vivids in silver into a mixing bowl. This is just a clear one. I got a clear one this time because last time you guys made a comment that I did not have a clear bowl and you couldn't see the color. Now if you guys can see, it already looks lavender, but it's silver, trust me. So I'm taking about half the bottle just because I am going to be doing just the ends of my hair. And now I'm going to be taking the vivid color in violet, which I've used half the bottle already for my head, and I'm going to put very little. So, like that. The darker color is violet and the silver is the lavenderish color. And then I'm going to take my trusty little brush and I'm going to mix them together. Now, Pravana is a very, 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 very pigmented purple, Pravana Violet, so I may actually need more silver to make it as light as I want it. So, yeah, I'm going to need more silver. So it's more of just an eyeballing game, but you'll get the hang of it. Okay, so that's what it looks like. It looks a lot darker than what it's going to look. Now, my trick is to do a strand test, and because I am very lucky and I have a ton of hair extensions laying around, I'm going to do it on this light, like I bleached a strip of hair extension, just so I could see how it turns out. You can do this on a strand of your hair and just to kind of see if it's going to be the color that you want it to be, rather than putting it all over your head and realizing that it is too light or dark. So I'm just going to take this and lather it in the hair, and I'll come back and I'll show you guys the finished result. Okay, so here we have the, it's going to focus, the finished hair. Well, the strand test, rather. And that's what it looks like. So that makes that. Now, if you want it more lighter or more darker, you can add more silver or add very little more of the purple. And before I finish up this video, I just wanted to explain a couple of questions that was asked in my other lavender hair, pastel hair dye video. Yes, your hair has to be lightened. If you can see, this blonde strip was, you know, pretty blonde. It was not like white blonde, but it was pretty blonde. That's roughly about how light you want your hair in order for this to adhere. This is permanent. It is going to wash out. I would say probably a month to a month and a half. It is a lighter color, so it might fade quicker. But yes, this is going to fade out of your hair. If you really wanted to, you could also mix Pravana Violet with conditioner, but mixing it with Pravana Silver, if you can see, gives it that like really kind of cool lavender look, and it also is not diluting the color. You're just mixing color with color and making the color lighter, so it's still a lot more pigmented. So if you were to say mix this with conditioner, you would probably need a lot more conditioner to get the color. While this stuff is so pigmented, this is going to cover about half of my head that I want to be lavender. Because this stuff, you really don't need that much. So as you can see, I used about half a tube of the silver to literally like the tiniest bit of the violet. So you could probably get 2 uses out of the silver and a lot out of the violet. And Pravana is a pro product, but you can order this online. I will link down below to the Amazon seller that I buy my Pravana from. You can buy it off of eBay. If you know someone who has a pro card for a beauty supply store, you can have them buy it. But it is pretty cheap online. I think I paid like $8 a bottle, so it's not that bad. And this stuff lasts a while. This stuff means serious business. It seriously is really hard to get out of your hair when you have it in there, which is really nice because you don't have to dye it that often aside from your roots. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video on how not how I get my hair lavender, but my new lavender hair recipe, because look how pretty that is. It is so pretty, and you guys will probably see my new hair in an upcoming video, so yeah. Please like this video if you want to see more hair tutorial stuffs, or just like this video if you think lavender hair is awesome, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!